of you all for this Saturday evening Bhagavatam session. So let's start with our Sloka Recitation. All of you please recite after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Narayam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavatir Neshtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namo Pankajanaಭaya Namo Pankajamaline Namo Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangre Om Jnanativrandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunvitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yukta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagarjatam Sagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamsya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva Cha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So let's start with reciting with the important shlokas. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Janmadhyasya to Anvayat. Itarascha Arteshu Abhigya Swarat. Tena Brahma Hridaya Adi Kave. Muhyanti Yat Suryaha. Tejo Vari Mridam Yatha Vinimayo. Yatra Trisargo Amrishaha. Dhamna Sena Sada Nirasta. Kukam Satyam Paramadhimahi. Dharma Projita Kaito Atra. Parmo Nirmatsaranam Satam. Vedyam Vastam Atra Vastu. Shivadam Tapatre Unmulanam. Srimad Bhagavati Mahamuni Krite. Kimva Parer Ishwaraha. Shraddya Hridayo Avruddhe Atra. Prithvi Shushvi Tatshanat. Nigama Kalpataro Galitam Phalam. Shukha Mukar Amrita Dravya Samyuktam. Pibad Bhagavatam Rasamalayam. मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुका प्रायेण अल्पायुष सभ्य कलव अस्मिन् युगे जनः मंद सुमंद मथयो मंद भाग्य ही उपद्रतः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जायमुदीरये स वै पुंसा परो धर्मो यतो भक्तिरधोक्षजे अहेतुकी अप्रतिहता या आत्मा सुप्रसीदति वासुदेवे भगवती भक्ति योग प्रयोजितः जन्यत्याशु वैराग्यम ज्ञानम च यत् अहेतुकम धर्म स्वनिष्ठित पुंसाम विश्वक्सेन कथासूयः न उत्पादयेद्यदि रतिम श्रम एव हि केवलम धर्मस्य अपवर्गस्य न अर्थो अर्थाय उपकल्पते न अर्थस्य धर्मैकान्तस्य कामो लाभा हि स्मृतः वदन्ति तत्तत्त्वविदस् तत्त्वं यज्ञानम् अद्वयम् ब्रह्मेति परमात्मेति भगवान इति शब्दते अतपिंबिर्दुष श्रेष्ठः वर्णाश्रम विभागसः स्वनुष्ठुस्तस्य धर्मस्य संसिद्धिर्हरितोषणम् शृण्वतां स्वकथा कृष्ण पुण्य श्रवण कृष्ण हृदयन्तस्थितो हि अभद्राणि विदुनोति सुहृत्स्रुताम् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवतिर्नैष्टिकी वासुदेवे परा वेदा वासुदेव परामखा वासुदेव परा योगा वासुदेव परा क्रिया वासुदेव परम ज्ञानम वासुदेव परम तपः वासुदेव परो धर्मो वासुदेव परागति हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So welcome all of you all for this Saturday evening Bhagavatam class. So I think you have discussed this verse last. Okay, fantastic. So I think you can just go for a fast recap. So how much you all have grasped from it. So can anyone give me some reflections from the last class?
लास्ट क्लास में गोपिका श्लोक में दिया था एंड ये वर्ष में बताया था कि वासु like Vasudev is in everything.
Mhm.
So Vasudev is in Vedas, he is in all the kriyas which we do, and alag alag सब इसको बताया जाता है.
So how do we understand that? I know 7 days is a lot of time for evaporation.
अलग अलग stories लेकिन लोगों ने explain किया था.
Very good. Just a fast recap I would like to have.
एक वो प्रभु जी विष्णु पितामह का बताया था.
Okay. This verse is considered to be very important verse.
Yes.
Can anyone explain to me what is Vasudeva Para Veda? What is Veda? What is the word para? Actually, para, the word para in Sanskrit, what is the meaning of that?
It is the ultimate.
No. It is transcendental. Anything above this material world is called as para. That is para. Beyond the material world, in the spiritual world, it is called as para. So, that is the first understanding of para. Sorry, I am just taking a fast recap and giving some understanding this verse itself, because this verse implies a lot. In all respects, implies a lot. So, what is the meaning of Veda? Knowledge. Okay. So, what the word Veda itself means to know, knowledge. And what does Lord say in Bhagavad Gita 15.15?
From all the Vedas, you have to know me.
Sarvasya hridayam sannivishto mata smritir jnanam aponam cha vedesh sarver aham vedayo vedanta krit vedavid evacha aham. What does this mean? Very important understanding should be, this understanding should be very clear. He says Vedanta with, the knower of the Veda, Veda Krit, the writer of the Veda, and Veda with Evachaham. I am the composer, I am the writer, and I am the knower of the Vedas. And Vedesh Saraver Aham Vedayo, Mujhe Jano. Know me from the Vedas. सब लोग वेदा पढ़ते हैं और बाद में एंड में इट्स लाइक रीडिंग द एंटायर रामायण एंड देन आस्किंग कौन राम कौन सीता. It's like that. So what do you understand from this? Vedesh sarve aham vedayo. Veda means to know Lord. So this is a very important understanding over here. See, the creator is bigger than the creation. Anyway, always remember the creator is bigger than his creation. Suppose Tata is sitting here and he is having his, all his products are there. So definitely Mr. Tata will be bigger than his car, his salt, his chemicals, his steel, everything, whatever you call it, all his products. So this is how you have to understand. God is saying, I am the creator and I have written this. See, this is a more, what do you say, elaboration. 7th chapter Lord clearly says, Mata paratram na anyat kinchit asti dhananjaya. Mai sarvam idam proktam sutre mani ganaya ivaha. What does this mean? Mata paratram. Mujhse aage kuch bhi nahi. There is nothing more to be known. And yahan pe very politely is saying, Vedesya sarver aham vedeyo. And here in Bhagavatam, what is Sukadeva Goswami saying over here is, Vasudeve para Veda. Vedon se pare hain. He is above the Vedas. So how will you understand that he is above the Vedas? That he is the creator. The creator will be always above. Creator will be always above. Vasudeve Paramakha. What does this word Paramakha means? Makha means, what is the word of Makha? What is the meaning of Makha? Sacrifice. मतलब क्या sacrifice क्या है? What is all the sacrifice? Come on, simple. आप लोग सेक्रीफाइस करते हो ना, बहुत सारी चीज़ सेक्रीफाइस करते हो ना, सोमवार का व्रत, मंगलवार का व्रत, बुधवार का व्रत, सब करते हो, किसके लिए करते हो? उस भगवान को खुश करने के लिए, राइट? या देवी देवताओं को खुश करने के लिए, ठीक है। देवी देवता भगवान के अधीन होते हैं, बट वो भी पावरफुल लिविंग बींग्स हैं, so we have to respect them also. We should not disrespect the devi devata. But what does this mean? वासुदेव परामखा means ये सभी यज्ञों से एक ही यज्ञ सबसे बड़ा है, और वो है, वो यज्ञ का फल कौन लेने वाला है? भोक्ताराम यज्ञ तपसाम सर्वलोक महेश्वरम सुहृदम सर्वभूतानाम ज्ञात्वा माम शांतिम रक्षति. So who is to be known from the भोक्ताराम यज्ञ तप? सारे यज्ञों का भोक्ता कौन है? भगवान. He says, I am the भोक्ता, I am the enjoyer. So that is why it says वासुदेव परामखा, वासुदेव परायोगा. सारे अष्टांग योगी जो भी है, यम नियम आसन प्राणायाम प्रत्याहार ध्यान धारणा समाधि, everything is focused on God. Everything is oh him. वासुदेव पराक्रियः. Now here makha means sacrifice. This is in repetition, this is this position. What is the meaning of makha? Sorry, kriya. Kriya matlab activity, action. Correct? What is the word to word meaning? Fruitive activities. Now इस fruitive activities को समझने के लिए I want you to understand in a little systematic manner. वासुदेव पराक्रिया मतलब सभी क्रियाओं से वो क्यों परे हैं? Why is he transcendental to all kriyas? How can we say that?
उनको प्रभु जी कोई भी काम कार्य करते हैं, it is दिव्य, जन्म कर्म से मेन दिव्य में. So he is not bound with three modes of nature, तो उनको कर्म के बंधन नहीं लगते. उनको
नहीं, but he is above क्रिया. He is saying that means what? हम लोगों क्या क्रिया करेंगे तो क्या होगा? हम लोग अगर कर्म करते हैं तो क्या होता है? Okay, I'll put it. Why, you all are still in the confusion of akarma. Akarma का एक थोड़ा confusion है, तो इसके लिए let's understand through a small story. It's always easier to understand through story. Where is Prabhu ji? Bunking. Night bunking lecture. Some people get a chance. Anta ji, they think they're in college now. थोड़ा bunk कर लेते हैं आज lecture को. बुलाइए जल्दी बुलाइए, important story. So the story is, once one Brahmana was there. So he wanted to get his daughter married. So उसके पास पैसे नहीं थे. He was very poor. So he decided that he will go and do some tapasya. मालूम है? हाँ. तो he went and wanted to do तपस्या. तो तपस्या अगर पैसा नहीं चाहिए तो किसका तपस्या करोगे आप? लक्ष्मी जी का बाय डिफॉल्ट. तो सब लोग गए, वो ब्राह्मण गए लक्ष्मी जी का तपस्या करने के लिए, जंगल में चले गए. सो नाउ द होल विलेजर्स वर वंडरिंग वेयर डिड दिस ब्राह्मणा गो. सो व्हाट डिड दे डिसाइड? अरे ये लड़की अभी तक इसका शादी नहीं हुआ. ऑल द विलेजर्स कंट्रीब्यूटेड एंड मैरिड दिस गर्ल ऑफ टू अ नाइस प्लेस. गॉट मैरिड. Now this fellow was doing tapasya. Finally Lakshmi Devi appeared in front of him. Said, "Bolo, क्या चाहिए?" He said, "I want enough money that I can do the marriage of my daughter." तो उन्होंने बोला, "What do you saying of daughter? Your daughter is already married. उसका तो शादी हो गई." हाँ हो गया. Yes. ठीक है, फिर मुझे कुछ नहीं चाहिए. What did he say that? कुछ नहीं चाहिए. Lakshmi Devi, "No, you have done tapasya. You have to take the fruit of it." He said, no, I don't want फल, and फल लूंगा और उसको भोगूंगा वापस, I don't want to be in the cycle. I just wanted money for my daughter's marriage. Now that my daughter's marriage is done, I don't want anything. No, you will have to take this compulsion, law. क्या तपस्या, क्या फल मिलेगा? आपको 1 साल के लिए राजा बनना पड़ेगा. For 1 year you will be the king. बोल के लक्ष्मी जी चले गई. He said, नहीं मैं नहीं बनूंगा. I'll commit suicide. But then he said, नहीं, suicide करना पाप है. ब्राह्मण है ना, विप्रकुल को सब ज्ञान रहता है. He said, suicide नहीं कर सकता हूँ. So how will I end my life? I don't want to become king. I'll do one thing. I'll go and insult the king in a very bad manner, in such a way that he punishes me to death. इसमें डबल फायदा है. If the king kills, it is not equal to, no, not just murder, akala mrityu. It is not considered as akala mrityu. And it is not equal to, and even if the king gives you a punishment of death, then it doesn't require to, it doesn't accrue to suicide also. ठीक है. He was so adamant, मेरे को फल नहीं लेना है. So I went to the king's darbar. The king was sitting on the throne. Yeah, I should do something solid, है ना. ये तो मालूम पड़ा life imprisonment में मिला, कोई मजा नहीं है. ऐसा कुछ करना चाहिए that the king puts me to death. So he removed his slipper and threw it directly on the king. The king, he ducked. The king ducked. And the slipper went and hit the rod behind, the thing which was there. And luckily or unluckily, on the rod, there was a snake. There was a snake. And the snake died. So king was first astonished. How come someone is throwing a slipper at me? But when he saw the rod and the snake dead, he was so happy. This Brahmana has saved me. Such a nice person. Immediately, he called his minister. No, just see the kundli, whether I was to get the slipper or what is my today's horoscope. उस दिन का न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ा नहीं शायद. आपकी आज की राशि फल. हाँ, लोग कितने लोग पढ़ते हैं वैसे? पढ़ते हो राशिफल? पहले पढ़ते थे ना. हाँ, 10 साल का बच्चे से लेके 90 साल का बूढ़े के लिए एक ही है. How is it possible? Huh? When I was in college, I used to read all that. Time pass. अच्छा, काउंटर चेक करते थे आप. So this fellow immediately, the Rajpurohit came, saw. अरे आज तो आपका काल सर्प योग था. आपकी मृत्यु सांप के काटने से हो सकती थी. But luckily you were saved. So the king was very happy. Immediately called the Vipra. अरे आपने कहाँ जूता मारा, आपने तो मेरे प्राण बचाए हैं. आइए बैठिए. Made him, no, you are the king now, you have to sit. See, why you have to understand Vasudeva Parakriyaha, that is where you will understand in this story. You will understand. Now you will have to come and sit on the throne now, you have to become king. नहीं, मैं तो मारने आया था, मेरे मारो, मुझे फांसी का सजा दो. नहीं, no possible. You have to become king. ठीक है. अभी राजा के साथ बाजू में जाके बैठ गया ये. जाके बैठ गया राजा के पास. अभी राजा ने बोला ठीक है, तुम राजा मत बनो, मेरे बगल का एक सिंहासन लगा देता हूँ, जो भी होगा आप मेरे बाजू में बैठो. तो ठीक. तो राजा के बगल में बैठता था रोज. अभी थोड़ा दिन रहते रहते मजा आने लगा. अरे वाह, राजा का लाइफ, किंग्स लाइफ, मजा आ रहा था. करते करते 1 साल निकल गया. 1 साल होने के बाद एक दिन वो लोग गए थे कैंप, हंटिंग कैंप के लिए. तो कैंप लगती है जंगल में. राजा का तंबू अलग, और राजा का तंबू में 2 बेड, एक बाजू में राजा और एक बाजू में ब्राह्मण. तो रात को ब्राह्मण को नींद नहीं आ रहा था. उस इधर देख, किस 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 आवाज आ रहा था. घूम के देखा, अचानक एक सांप उनके तंबू के अंदर, उनके टेंट के अंदर आ रहा था. He said, अरे ये सांप आएगा, राजा को काटेगा, राजा मर जाएगा, बेचारा इतना भला आदमी है, मेरे को राजा बना के रखा है, घूम रहा हूँ इधर फुकट का. तो इमीडिएटली, अभी राजा जैसा है तो मतलब उसके पास तो तलवार आ गई थी. तो उसने एक तलवार निकाला, अभी सांप को मारता हूँ. एंड ही वेंट टू किल द स्नेक. बट बाय द टाइम द स्नेक ran off. And suddenly the king got up and saw the Brahman का हाथ में तलवार. So he said, now you're going to kill me. That was your plan. नहीं, I am telling you the fact. Why will I kill you? Yeah, this snake was coming. Show me where the snake is. So it went away. No, you're telling lies. Then he said, no, he tried to convince him, but he could not convince him. Finally, he decided that since once you have saved my life, I will not kill you, but I will throw you out of the kingdom. So when he went out of the kingdom, when he was walking out, reached the border, there again Lakshmi Devi came. Could you save the fellow of your action? You did tapasya for me and I came. I gave you the vara for 1 year of king's life. See, your 1 year is over and now you're out. You're out of the kingdom. So what do you understand from this? Vasudeva Parakriya. That is why action done for Krishna, for Vishnu, will not yield any materialistic fugitive results. कोई कर्मकांड results नहीं मिलेगा. You will be above that result. That is why it is very important. That is why Lord here Shukdev Goswami says Vasudeva Parakriya. So बाकी कोई भी कार्य करोगे, good or bad, anything you do, Vasudeva Param Jnanam. Now what is Jnana? What is knowledge? ज्ञान क्या है? सब लोग मेरे को देख के स्माइल कर रहे हो. बोलिए ना, बोलिए. बोलो. Okay. I hope you are serving. Tell me something more, something higher. What is knowledge? Yes, Jigar Prabhu, you can add. Anyone can add. Come on, not necessarily Jigar. Anyone. Yes, Prabhu. What is knowledge?
So you can say that we are a soul, not a body.
Okay. Then what makes that God saying, I am Param Jnanam? What is the meaning of Param Jnana?
Knowledge is Krishna. Lord is the absolute truth.
So can I take a guess? When
Not only you, everyone is guessing only. Yes.
So when it is said that Vasudeva is Param Gyan, so it is like when we compare ourselves with Krishna, he is the knower of past, present and future, and all the births he is aware. But when it comes to like us or even Arjun, he is only knowing about the present birth. And he doesn't know about the previous birth or the next birth. But that is known by Krishna. So that's the reason he is like ultimate truth. I mean,
Ultimate knowledge.
Absolute knowledge.
Okay. For this, I'll give a small example. Harish. Jigar bro, keep the plates on the table and keep the chair. No? Okay. So, I'll tell you one small story. It will be easier for you all to understand. What did you learn regarding this topic? What was your understanding? ये भी भूल जाओगे फिर मैं भी क्यों बोलूँ? मैं भी बोल के फायदा क्या है? Evaporation is the same. अभी तो गर्मी ज़्यादा हो गया है. Rate of evaporation is going to be high. एक बार एक व्यक्ति चश्मे के दुकान में गया. चश्मे का, I mean, generally you all must be knowing there used to be go to any चश्मे का दुकान, you can just get your eyes testing free लिखा रहता है ना, eye testing free लिखा रहेगा. वहाँ के क्या एक refractionist बैठा रहता है. Actually technically supposed to be a refractionist should be sitting, and वो डाल के एक आँख में एक सामने एक चश्मा डालता है, उसमें नंबर डालेगा, लेंसेज डालेगा, एंड देन दिखता है नहीं अभी ये बेटर है ऐसा, लाइक ही कीप्स ऑन. तो उस दुकान में चला गया क्या, तो ऑलरेडी एक आदमी बैठा था, तो उसने उसको क्या बोलते हैं, आई डोंट नो व्हाट्स द नेम, बट इट्स अ नाइस नेम फॉर दैट. रिफ्रैक्शनिस्ट यूज लेंस. It can carry 4-5 lenses in that. So he put that lens on that chashma on his eye and अभी दिख रहा है? बोला नहीं दिख रहा है. अभी हाँ अब दिख रहा है थोड़ा, अब हाँ और क्लियर, तो अच्छा है, तो ये आपका नंबर है, आप ले लो. तो ये जाके बैठ गया उधर, बोला चश्मा बिठाया उसको, बोला ये दिख रहा है? नहीं दिख रहा है. अब दिख रहा है, थोड़ा चेंज करके, नहीं दिख रहा है, थोड़ा और चेंज किया, अब दिख रहा है, नहीं दिख रहा है. परेशान. ऑलमोस्ट ऑल द लेंसेज वर इन द फ्रेम, बट दिस फेलो इज सेइंग मुझे नहीं दिख. पढ़ो, नहीं पढ़ पा रहा हूं, नहीं पढ़ पा रहा हूं, नहीं पढ़ पा रहा हूं, नहीं पढ़ पा रहा हूं. तो इसको डाउट आया, बोला पढ़े लिखे भी हो या नहीं? बोला नहीं. देन दिस फेलो आस्क्ड, ठीक है आप पढ़े लिखे नहीं हो तो आप कैसे पढ़ पाओ? अरे इसके लिए तो चश्मे की दुकान पे आया मैं. यहाँ क्या बोलते हो, जिसको ठीक से नहीं पढ़ने, जो नहीं पढ़ सकते हैं वो यहाँ आएंगे तो ठीक से पढ़ सकते हैं, इसके लिए तो चश्मे के दुकान में आया हूं. एक्चुअली इट्स अ नाइस जोक बट इट्स अ ट्रू फैक्ट. ऑल ऑफ अस कम टू क्लास, ऑल ऑफ us come to the temple, but where is the seriousness? हम सब उस अनपढ़ व्यक्ति के तरह मंदिर में आ रहे हैं, क्लास में बैठते हैं. जो हम लोग को पहले जो बेसिक जो पढ़ा, अगर उसने ABCD पढ़ लिया होता तो कम से कम वो लेंस डालते ही पढ़ तो पाता था ABCD. हियर आई कैन Bhagavatam can put nice lenses on your eyes, but basic education has to be there. And what is the basic education on devotion? Following the 4 regulative principles. You should always follow the 4 regulative principles seriously. Then chanting the holy name. नहीं प्रभु जी चैंटिंग क्या करूं मैं, आपका लेक्चर हर सैटरडे आके बैठ जाता हूं, बस कितना भी लेंस लगा दूंगा फायदा नहीं, नहीं पढ़ पाओगे. क्यों? लेंस भी बदल रहा है, क्लियरिटी बढ़ रही है, बट द नॉलेज इज नॉट देयर. दैट इज व्हाट इज ज्ञानम. ज्ञानम मीन्स एप्लीकेशन ऑफ व्हाट इज बीइंग टोल्ड इन द शास्त्र. If one doesn't apply what is being told in the Shastra, what is the use? That is why he is Param Jnanam, supreme knowledge, supreme personality of Godhead. क्यों कहते हैं? और always Prabhupada writes, he could have written simply God, but he wrote, always he wrote supreme personality of Godhead, supreme personality of Godhead. This is what is Param Jnanam. Okay, Param Tapa. बोलो fast 5 minutes. I have to start today's lecture. I am not started. It's already 8. बोलो परम तपा. सभी तपस्या करते हो, हर तपस्या का फल मिलेगा, बट जब कृष्ण के लिए आप तपस्या करते हो, you did not worry, because this तपस्या result only in transcendental benefits, not in material benefits. Rest, every other sadhana, every other tapasya will give you only. And Vasudeva Paro Dharmo. What is that? What is the meaning of Vasudeva Paro Dharmo? There is one verse which we are reciting like a parrot every time without understanding the meaning of it, most of all. What is the verse? Can anyone tell me from the paper bunch which is lying with you all? Yes, देखो पलटो पेपरों को, पेपर में है क्या? वासुदेव परो धर्म. धर्म स्वनिष्ठित पुंसाम विश्वक्सेन कथासुय न उत्पादये यदि रतिम श्रम एव ही केवलम. सो आप लोग श्रम मत करो. शास्त्र कहता है धर्म स्वनिष्ठित पुंसा, सर्वधम दिया है. कौन से धर्म दिए हैं आपको? 4 वर्णाश्रम धर्म दिए ना सबको, ब्राह्मण क्षत्रिय वैश्य शूद्र. फिर your dharma means, what is the meaning of dharma? What is the definition of dharma? Who remembers? Right, Basara Prabhu, do you remember what is the definition of dharma? Narottam Prabhu.
Action according to the Shastras.
वो उसका मीनिंग पता है पर
Yes, LLBs.
what is told by Krishna is Dharma.
Okay. Another important but direct understanding, Sanskrit definition of Dharma.
Constitutional position of the soul.
Bolo.
Dharayate iti dharma.
Yes, धारयते इति धर्म. जो आप धारण कर लेते हो वो धर्म है. जो धारण मतलब when you are a son, you have dharma of a student or a son. Then once you become married, you become a husband. So you have a dharma of a husband also. But that doesn't mean the earlier dharma is not existing. Then your dharma increases to your wife also. Then once you have a kid, then dharma towards your kid. Then once your kid gets married, then dharma towards the in-laws. So I mean, you have got a dharma towards the society, you have got dharma towards your, samaj, whatever you call it, that you have got a dharma. You got a dharma towards everything, your profession, everything is dharma. So what is the highest dharma? Dharma swanishchita pumsan, vikshvasya na katasuya, na utpadeya yadi ratim. अगर ये धर्म सब निभाओ, बढ़िया सास हो बनो, बढ़िया बहू बनो, बढ़िया ससुर बनो, बढ़िया क्या बोलते दामाद बनो, सब कुछ बढ़िया बनो, बढ़िया प्रोफेशनल बनो, सब कुछ बढ़िया बनो, बट एंड में ना उत्पादीय यदि रतिम, किसके लिए? फॉर विष्णु, फॉर भगवान. अगर ये पूरा करने का मकसद क्या है, वर्णाश्रम धर्म का मकसद क्या है? दैट वी शुड गेट अट्रैक्शन टुवर्ड्स कृष्णा एंड विष्णु. श्रम एव ही केवलम, ये सिर्फ आप श्रम कर रहे हो. कितना भी अच्छा स्टूडेंट बनो, फायदा नहीं है. आज आपका नाम लगा है बोर्ड में, कल किसी और का नाम और नेम लगेगा बोर्ड में, तो व्हाट इज द यूज? आज नंबर 1 की बहू हो, नंबर 1 की सास हो, नंबर 1 की हो, कल ठीक है. कल पर्पस ऑफ बीइंग अ गुड पर्सन, बाय बीइंग अ गुड ह्यूमन बीइंग इज टू अट्रैक्ट or to get attracted towards Krishna. That is why Vasudeva Paro Dharmo, Vasudeva Paragatihi. ये तो आप लोग सब लेक्चर दे सकते हो. You mean I need to take this? What is Paragati? बोलो फर्स्ट.
Ultimate destination.
Yes, तो अल्टीमेट डेस्टिनेशन के लिए तो सब लोग बैठे हैं यहाँ पे. मेहनत नहीं करना चाहता, कोई चैंट नहीं करना चाहता, कोई भगवान का नाम नहीं लेना चाहता है, कोई मेहनत नहीं करना चाहता है, बट नहीं अल्टीमेट डेस्टिनेशन पहुंचेंगे प्रभु. अरे पहुंचना आसान है, प्रोवाइडेड पास होना आसान है, प्रोवाइडेड द चाइल्ड स्टडीज थ्रू आउट द ईयर. पूरा साल अगर नहीं पढ़ोगे, डोंट एक्सपेक्ट लास्ट मिनट में ग्रेस मार्क्स से यहाँ पास होगे. यहाँ पे कोई ग्रेस मार्क्स होता नहीं. एवरीवन हैज टू फ्लाई हिज ओन एरोप्लेन. ओके, वी गो टू द नेक्स्ट वर्स. Actually, I want to read the purport, but it's too big. Okay, read the translation. Next verse, Prabhu.
In the beginning of material creation, that absolute personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, in his transcendental position, created the energies of cause and effect by his own internal energy.
What is the cause and the effect? Can anyone explain to me? Lord is said to be the cause of all causes. So what is the cause and effect? Very simple. It's not very complicated. Just you have to apply little of your grey matter. That's all. What is the meaning of cause and effect? चलो कुछ गेस तो करो. Activate. See, remember that. For everything to happen in this world, the only cause and only possible cause is God. And whatever the effect comes out of it is also God. That is why when the 8th canto, when you see the Samudra Manthan, that Leela happens, Samudra Leela Manthan happens. So is being explained very nicely. Ki bhai, how come God is prejudiced? Is being asked, this question is being asked, that God is prejudiced. He is supporting the Devatas and he is killing the Asuras. Is it not fair? God is not equal to all. He is unfair. That's the बोलते हैं लांछन लगा रहे हैं भगवान के ऊपर. तब सुखदेव गोस्वामी कहते हैं कि भाई कभी कभी सतोगुण ऊपर रहता है, तो कभी रजोगुण को ऊपर कर देते हैं, तो कभी तमोगुण को ऊपर। इसके लिए कभी कभी असुरों का राज्य चलता है, तो कभी कभी देवताओं का राज चलता है। अभी देखो सतोगुण का भी समय आ रहा है, धीमे धीमे सी व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन द इंडियन पॉलिटिकल सिनेरियो, इट इज सतोगुण इज ऑन द रेस। इतने दिन तमोगुण और रजोगुण वाज इन द रेस, दे वर रूलिंग, नाउ सतोगुण इज गोइंग टू कम। सो दिस इज अ साइकिल विच विल कम इन एवरी युगा, बीट भी सतयुगा, त्रेता युगा और द्वापर और कलयुगा, दिस साइकिल विल कम where there will be upliftment of Brahmanas. Then there was one time when Brahmanas were completely subdued, tortured and killed. That is when Tamoguna is on the power. So this is going to be there, this cycle is going to be there. So these are the cause and effect, and which is possible only by his internal potency.
Appears to be one of the created beings, he is always fully enlightened in his transcendental position.
See, here we have to understand how the Lord sleeps in the Karanodakshaya Vishnu, and how each Brahmand are created, and within each Brahmand then again Vishnu goes in. That is how this whole being explained. Now what we were discussing earlier, that is being explained in detail. Please read the purport of this.
The living entities are separated parts and parcel of Lord, and the conditioned living entities who are unfit for the spiritual kingdom are strewn within the material world to enjoy matter to the fullest extent. As Paramatma, an external friend of the living entities, the Lord by one of his plenary portion accompanies the living entities to guide them in their material enjoyment and to become witness of all activities. While the living entities enjoy the material condition, the Lord maintains his transcendental position without being affected by the material atmosphere. In the Vedic literature, Shruti, it is said that there are two birds in one tree. One of them is eating the fruit of the tree, while the other is witnessing the action. The witness is the Lord, and the fruit eater is the living entity. The fruit eater has forgotten his real identity and is overwhelmed in the fruitive actions of the material condition.
Yes.
But the Lord, Paramatma, is always full in transcendental knowledge. That is the difference between the super soul and the conditioned soul. The conditioned soul, the living entity, is controlled by the laws of nature, while the Paramatma or the super soul is controlled by the material energy.
I have already,
the controller of the material energy.
Yeah, I have already explained to you all the example of the jailer and the thieves or the criminals staying inside the jail. Both are inside the jail, but still the same is not applicable to both, because the jailer has created the jail, has kept maintaining the jail, and he is looking at other authorities also who come in and out of the jail, but the prisoner cannot come in and out of the jail. Why the jailer can go inside? Because he has to control the criminals inside. So it's like this material world is like a jail, and Lord comes. That's why Lord comes as in the form of avatar. Lord says, no, yada yada hi dharmasya glanirvavati bharata abhyudhanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. So whenever there is glani of what? Dharma, that time I come. So he can come and he can go. उनको पर कोई रेस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं है, बट हम लोग यहाँ से निकल नहीं पाते. बस एक योनि से दूसरे योनि में ट्रांसफर हो सकते हैं, 84 लाख योनियों में घूम सकते हैं, बट इसके अलावा हम लोग कुछ नहीं कर सकते. So this is why we have to understand that this Paramatma Tattva is, Srila Prabhupada explained very vividly here, that how there are two fruits, two birds. One is eating the fruit and the other bird is simply watching. For all activities you do, Krishna is watching. Someone says, I will not chant. No problem. Krishna says, okay, it's your wish. Someone says, no, I will chant. Someone will say, I will chant condition if I get this. Okay. There are various ways in which a person can chant, but at least person should chant. If it doesn't chant also, Lord doesn't say no to कल से तुम्हारा खाना पानी बंद कर लो. No. नास्तिक को भी खाना मिल रहा है. What to talk about non-devotee or devotee? नास्तिक जो भगवान को मानता नहीं है, even he is getting food, and that he gets very good food. Might be better food than what you are eating. But what does this mean? That Lord is always a passive witness to all your activities. And in the end, when you are getting your report card, that time when you jump, no, I have not done this. That time the witness comes and shows your CCTV camera recording. आपने जो किए भूल गए रहेंगे तो CCTV कैमरा जो आपने किया है सब दिखा देंगे आपको. Yeah. Someone else can read.
The Lord as super soul pervades all things, just as fire permeates food, and so he appears to be of many varieties, though he is the absolute one without a second.
Yes. Once, one nice, Radha Gopinath Prabhu once was going in an auto. So that auto fellow was arguing with him. ऐसा थोड़ी होता है, भगवान वैसा थोड़ी होता है. आप लोग कोई ये बोलता है, कोई भगवान बोलते हैं तुम्हारा मत्स्य अवतार है, भगवान बोलते हैं तुम्हारा कूर्म अवतार है, ये है वो है, ऐसा थोड़ी होता है. So he didn't say anything. But then that auto wala was a fan of Amitabh Bachchan. So he had all the photos of Amitabh Bachchan. किसी में शहनशाह, तो किसी में कूली, तो किसी में वकील, किसी में पुलिस इंस्पेक्टर, तो किसी में बिल्ला नंबर क्या 786 बिल्ला नंबर दीवार में. ऐसे सब ऑल फोटोज ही हैड ऑन द. तो बोला ये कौन है, he asked. बस ही उनका लेवल पे उनको समझाना पड़ता. बोला क्या है, बोला साहब हमारा फेवरेट एक्टर है. अच्छा कूली है, बोला कूली नहीं है सब. अच्छा क्या है हाथ में, क्या प्लास्टर लगा के, शहनशाह प्लास्टर लगा के घूम रहे हैं. नहीं वो हमारा एक्टिंग ऐसा एक्टिंग करते हैं, जबरदस्त एक्टिंग. अच्छा वो पुलिस वाला है क्या, नहीं पुलिस वाला भी नहीं. चोर है क्या, डॉन है क्या, नहीं डॉन भी नहीं है साहब. वो अमिताभ बच्चन आपको तो मालूम है, सच ए नाइस एक्टर ही इज. एंड वो सब अलग अलग रोल निभाते हैं, किरदार निभाते हैं. And he said that is how हमारे कृष्ण हमारे विष्णु भी अलग अलग रोल निभाते हैं. But the person is only one. भले he may do some become a don, or once he may become a cool, and a third picture he may become police wala, whatever it may be, but he is only one. So similarly Lord is also pervading in n number of things, but pervading in n number of things, but he is absolutely the same without a second. Yeah. Priya, read.
The super soul enters into the bodies of the created beings who are influenced by the modes of material nature and causes them to enjoy the effects of these modes by the subtle mind.
The super soul enters into the body of the created beings who are influenced by the modes of material nature. So this is very important. Rajagun, Satagun, Tamogun, ये तीनों गुण के हिसाब से क्या होता है, and causes them to enjoy the effects of the three modes by their subtle mind. For example, alcohol, sharab, most dirtiest smelling thing. Who can enjoy that? Unless and until that person is not in tamogun. Only a person in tamogun. क्या स्मेल आ रहा है. And उसमें again, he claims himself to be a very intelligent person. साहब मेरे को तो सूंघ के बता सकता हूँ ये जिम्मे की रन है, रम है क्या है वो, जिन्ने की रम है, जो भी what it is. I can tell you the brand, I can tell you this, I can tell you that. The high class tamaguni, very good. If you want to enjoy anything, you have to enter into that mode. And that is why we say संग अच्छा रखो, संग अच्छा रखो। क्यों? तमोगुणी के संग में रहोगे तो आप भी तमोगुणी बनोगे ही, बिकॉज बाय डिफॉल्ट आवर माइंड इज सेट फॉर सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन। बाय डिफॉल्ट हम लोग किसी को, यू आस्क एनी चाइल्ड, यू वांट टू स्टडी, बिकम नाइस एस्ट्रोनॉट, ये नहीं, मैं खेलना चाहता हूँ, ही वांट्स टू एंजॉय, या खाना चाहता हूँ, या अच्छा कुछ ठंडा कोल्ड ड्रिंक पीना चाहता हूँ। तो दैट इज ऑलवेज द पॉइंट इज सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन, एंजॉयमेंट प्रोपेंसिटी। Human being and all towards life, that is his only goal, he wants to enjoy, and that enjoyment variety decided by the mode of nature. And the problem is, I know a number of people, they come to Bhagavatam class, they will attend Mangalarti also, they will come and dance in front of the deities also, they will do everything, but when they go to the friends and when the friends offer them something nonsense, they'll do that also. It's not split personality or dual personality. It is that mode which takes that person because he is having the propensity to enjoy. वो भोगने की वृत्ति जो है उसके वजह से he immediately takes आश्रय. वो actually the person takes the shelter of that mode. Then only can enjoy. Literally आश्रय लेता है. जैसे कोई व्यक्ति को बहुत पैसा कमाना है, नेम फेम चाहिए, ये कमान, आई एम द बेस्ट पर्सन, बोलो बोलो, मेरा गुण गाओ, मेरा तारीफ करो, तो ही इमीडिएटली ही हैज टू गो इनटू द पैशन मोड, ही हैज टू गो इनटू रजोगुण. जब तक वो रजोगुण में जाएगा नहीं, उसके अंदर वो ही कैन नॉट एंजॉय इट. दिस इज अ कॉज एंड इफेक्ट, एंड दिस इज बिकॉज ऑफ द सटल माइंड. इट इज नॉट इन द ग्रॉस ब्रेन. ब्रेन अंडरस्टैंड्स, यू नो, एवरी बिग पर्सन, इसके पीछे जो 4 चमचे घूम रहे हैं ना, उनको अच्छी तरह से पता है ये चमचे हैं, ये मेरा फॉल्स प्रेज कर रहे हैं. बट ऑल गिवन एंड सेड, व्हेन द माइंड टेक्स द शेल्टर ऑफ रजोगुण, अच्छा लग रहा है, बोलो बोलो और कुछ बोलो, मेरा और थोड़ा तारीफ करो. That's how it happens. That's how then only, that is why the 3 modes are given. If you want to enjoy liquor, you want to enjoy drugs, you want to enjoy cigarette, you want to enjoy non-veg, it is not possible that you attend the Mangala Arati, you do this and then immediately you can go and eat. Only a person like Ravan can do. सुबह उठेगा, सारे वेद पढ़ेगा, फिर एक भैंसा खाएगा ब्रेकफास्ट में. Ravan was doing. That is why he said is, वेदेश सर्वे अहम वेदेयो. तुम वेदों से मेरे को नहीं पहचाना. What is the use of all the activity? He is just doing it mechanically. Just a mechanical activity. And mechanical activity will not pay you, will not give you any fruits. Shastra goes one step ahead. It is like saying, trying to milk a cow which is not giving you milk. You're getting this point? You're trying to milk a cow which is not going to give you milk. Go and go milk that cow which is not going to give you milk. कितना भी कर लो, क्या दूध आने वाला है उसमें से? कुछ नहीं आने वाला. So these are very important, that the super soul enters the body of created beings. Unless until the super soul doesn't enter, the created beings cannot become activated. But once they are activated by the influence of the mode of material nature and cause them to enjoy the effects of the mode of subtle mind. So if you want to enjoy, it is only possible that you can take the let's read the purport, very nice purport. Who can read the purport? हाँ बोलिए बोलिए.
Like other species, law of karma doesn't. They are suffering one another. So उसमें Lord का क्या purpose?
हाँ प्रभु, at the time of death, you wanted to eat something. God says, na, yam yam vapi smaranam bhavam trajat antakalevaram tam tam evati kaunteya sada tad bhav bhavitah. So he gives you a nice birth of a lion or a tiger.
No, that is, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about other species who are suffering or injured.
हाँ.
उसमें Lord का क्या purpose है?
Lord का कुछ purpose ही नहीं है. They have no other choice. They have to undergo.
But Lord is present in them also, no?
Huh?
The question is, he is present enough us to witness what we are doing.
Huh?
He can witness I staying
Huh?
But unke andar, like, why is not present in them? Because that is already a unija.
Prabhu, 1 minute. Without power supply, whether they want to run a light in the room, or you want to run the light in the road, or you want to run the light in the train, or you want to run the light in the car, you need electric current. Anywhere you go without electric current, the bulb will not burn. So whether you fit this bulb here or you fit the bulb in the motor car, you need the power. So who is the power source of power? जब तक भगवान नहीं है तो कोई जीव जंतु जी नहीं सकता है. Is it clear? Yeah. Who can read? Yeah, please.
There are 84,000.
84 lakh species.
There are 84 lakh species of living beings, beginning from the highest intellectual being, Brahma, down to the insignificant ant. And all of them are enjoying the material world according to the desire of the subtle mind and gross material body. The gross material body is based on the condition of the subtle mind, and the senses are created according to the desire of the living being. The Lord, as Paramatma, helps the living being to get material happiness, because the living being is helpless in all respect in obtaining what he desires.
Is it clear to you? This is a very important line which you have to understand, that Lord as Paramatma helps the living being to get the material happinesses because the living being is helpless. कुछ नहीं कर सकता in all respects in obtaining what he desires. Please continue.
He proposes and the Lord disposes. In another sense, the living beings are part and parcel of the Lord. They are therefore one with the Lord. In the Bhagavad Gita, the living beings in all varieties of bodies have been claimed by the Lord and as his sons. The sufferings and enjoyments of the sons are indirectly the sufferings and enjoyments of the Father. Still, the Father is not in any way affected directly by the suffering and enjoyment of the sons. He is so kind that he constantly remains with the living beings as Paramatma and always tries to convert the living being towards the real happiness.
So this is what is the actual position of Lord as Paramatma in our body. As a Paramatma in our body, he takes very clearly, he understands that we have to some way or the other. He is giving us a chance at every given nook and corner, a turn. Like the GPS signal, when you start the GPS signal, when you start your ride, you may miss your goal, but the GPS signal again gives you a warning. Go ahead 200 meters, take a U-turn. You go still ahead. Okay, after 500 meters, take a U-turn. Somehow or other, it is again guiding you, but it is the stubbornness or the desire to help, enjoy under the three moods. Every person who drinks knows very well he should not drink. It is not good. But still, he drinks. Everyone who smokes, anyone who takes drugs, everyone knows what he is doing is wrong. But still, he likes to do it because that mode facilitates him in thinking like that. You have to understand this. This is the more worst thing. You imagine as a human being, could you ever think, how you feel when you see a pig eating shit? Disgusting. But you go and ask the pig, hey, don't disturb me, I'm having rasgulla. That's what the pig will say, right? Because he is under that. And because he is eating that, he behaves like that. So we have to, that is why, Jaisa Anna Vaisa, we have to control ourselves. That's very important. One more verse. This is the last verse, right? No. Yeah. 1 minute.
Thus the Lord of the the universe maintains all the planets inhabited by demigods, men and lower animals. Assuming the roles of incarnations, he performs pastimes to reclaim those in the mode of pure goodness.
So this is the most important underlying statement for today's class. What is that? What is that? He performs pastimes to reclaim those in the mode of pure goodness. Not even goodness. So if someone thinks, hey, I am special case, in a mode of ignorance also God will take me. Sorry. He will take only one who is in the mode of pure goodness. He will handpick. That is what is said as handpick. And Lord inhibited by both demigod, men and lower animals, assuming the role of, what is the first incarnation of the Lord? Matsya. कंफर्म करो, बोलो, डिसाइड करो, टॉस वॉस करना तो कर लो आप लोग. Many people think Matsya is the last avatar. First is Varaha avatar. That's why Shweta Varaha Kalpe. Why we say, before saying the mantra also, Shweta Varaha Kalpe, Vaivasudhe Manvantare, Ashte Kalyuge, Pradhame Padve, Jambudvipe, Bharatvarshe, Bharatakhande. Why we say all that? First is Varaha avatar. So भगवान कभी कभी सुकर भी बन जाते हैं और सुकर बन के भी डायलॉग मारते हैं. कैसे डायलॉग मारते हैं? When Hiranyaksh came in front of him, yes, what was Hiranyaksh's intention? What was he planning? उसकी बाहें फड़क रही थी, कोई युद्ध लड़ने के लिए उसके लिए कोई मिल नहीं रहा था. He was more powerful. Come on, आ जाओ. Everyone said, even Varun Devata said, I am not fit for fighting. Only one person can fight. Vishnu. Vishnu can fight. ठीक है, देखता हूँ उसको. And जब वराह अवतार आए, from the nose of Brahma ji, when Manu came and told that, you are asking me to create, propagate children. How will I produce children when earth itself is not there? Then Brahma ji was wondering, where is earth? तो छुपा दिया था हिरण्याक्ष ने धरती को पानी के जल के नीचे. तो गए अपना सोच रहे थे कैसा करना है. इतने में वराहदेव आए. तो वराहदेव गए, उठा के लेके आए. तो इसमें रुक, हाउ कैन यू डू दैट? यू हैव टू फर्स्ट फाइट विथ मी. क्या हिंदी पिक्चर का डायलॉग रहता तो क्या होता? मेरे लाश के ऊपर से जानी पड़ेगी पहले ना, ऐसा कोई डायलॉग वाला मारा होता. तो सेड तो what did Lord say? What did Lord immediately? What did Hiranyaksh say? Hiranyaksh said, I am looking out for pigs like you to be killed. And what did Lord say? Ram Singh. Yes, I was also searching for dogs like you. And then the fight started. And fight went for years together. For us it is years. For God it is hardly a split second. Hardly a split second. Because the entire Brahmand is created by one breath of the Lord. इसके अंदर ब्रह्म के 100 वर्ष पूरे हो जाते हैं. तो कितना बड़ा श्वास रहेगा उनका. So that's how we have to understand. Lord is immeasurable from our, small brain. Yeah. Next chapter is very, very important. I think we'll start it next week. It's already 8:35, so we'll start this next chapter. Very nice chapter. We'll start it next week. Okay, anybody has got any doubts, questions? If by chance.
देवता का रोल एग्जैक्टली मतलब अभी आपने वहाँ पे वो श्लोक में ब्रह्मा से लेके एंड तक का, सो